Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back. I brought my friends Shaggy and Wooly with me today. Wooly didn't get to come last time. She was a little bit sad about that. They have been talking about how strong they are in their muscles. They're not very big, so they don't have a lot of muscles, but they think they do. And they can move like stuff that they couldn't move before. They can push it or pull it or pick things up that are heavy. And that makes them feel like they're very grown up because they have such strong muscles. And we call that being very mighty. And mighty is a word that's going to be in our story today. So I want you to listen to it. Shaggy and Wooly are going to listen to it. We need to get our hands ready. Open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. I open my Bible book and read, God loves me, God loves me. I don't have pictures in this Bible book because none of my children's Bible books had this story in it, but it's a pretty cool story. So listen and you will see. Not far from Lydda was a place called Joppa. Joppa was right on the seacoast. In Joppa there lived a lady whose name was Dorcas. Dorcas loved God and was always showing her love for God by doing kind things for people. She spent much of her time sewing dresses and coats and other clothing for the poor people. While Peter was in Lydda, Dorcas became sick and died. Her friends were all filled with sadness. When these people heard that Peter was in Lydda, they sent 2 men to him, begging him to come at once. Peter returned to Joppa with the 2 men. When he reached the home of Dorcas, the people took Peter up to a room where Dorcas was lying. The room was filled with people. When the widows and the other poor people whom Dorcas had helped saw Peter, they showed him all the things Dorcas had made for them. They cried as they talked about her. Then Peter sent all the people out of the room. He knelt down and he prayed that God would give Dorcas her life back again. And Peter stood up, his prayer finished, and turning toward the dead body, he said, "Tabitha, arise." Tabitha is another word for Dorcas. At once Dorcas opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. Then Peter gave her his hand and helped her up. Calling all the people into the room, he gave Dorcas back to them alive. Soon everyone in Joppa heard about what Peter had done for Dorcas, and many people believed in Jesus. Isn't that a cool story? That Jesus gave Peter the power and the might to be able to help Dorcas be alive again. Now that doesn't happen very often. That's called a special thing. It's called a miracle. And that is something only God can do. People can't do it. But God knew that the people needed Dorcas because she was such a kind helper to them. I have a verse for us this week. I wrote it on a plate. It's Psalm 24:8, and David wrote this. "Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle." It talks a lot about how strong and mighty God is. And I would like to sing our song that we sing a lot in this classroom. It's one of their favorites. My God is so big. Are you ready? Make it loud. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. The mountains are his, the valleys are his, the stars are his handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. That is a fun verse that we like, a fun song that we like to sing in our class. So boys and girls, I hope you have a really good weekend and that you don't forget to be mighty in God because God's the one that gives us the power. Our story this time does not have a picture. So I want you to see if you can maybe draw a picture of someone who's super strong. I bet you could do that. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next week. Bye.